Hi everyone, my name is Jen Epstein and I'm the Vice President of Sales and Marketing here at My Growth Advisor. Today we're talking about how your small business can increase sales and some automated and easy to use tools you can use to help get you there. The tools and overall process that we'll talk about were previously available only to Fortune 500 companies who spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on management consulting. So get comfortable and we hope you can spend the next 20 minutes with us here to see how what we've developed can help grow your business. After watching this video, if you want to explore any ideas that you might have for growing your business and talk with our advisors about your unique challenges to see if we can help, you can schedule a free conversation with us by clicking on the banner at the top right of this video. We'd love to chat about how we can do something exciting with your business and help you continue to be amazing. But before I begin, I wanted to thank and applaud you for joining us here today. Most, if not all of you, are small business owners, and whether your business is growing or facing some challenges, just by joining us today, it shows that you're serious about growing your business. And trust me, you're in the right place. I also wanted to say that both myself and my colleagues have the utmost respect for anyone running a small business, especially these days. So that's why we've developed this program to make it a little easier to compete and actually outmaneuver your competition. We work with hundreds of amazing small business owners and entrepreneurs, and we see the passion and energy you guys bring to the table, which is one of the things that motivates us here at My Growth Advisor. So today, I'm not going to lecture you or tell you to drop what you're doing and completely change your business. The fact that you're still in business is a tremendous accomplishment by itself. Rather, I'm hoping that you'll see how our approach to increasing sales can easily complement and even enhance some of the good work you're already doing. So let's get started. So what the heck is My Growth Advisor? Well, first, we're definitely not your traditional small business consultant or small business coaches. In fact, we don't see ourselves as consultants at all, but rather as practical entrepreneurs helping other like-minded entrepreneurs grow sales. We've got a team of 7 practical advisors specializing in sales and marketing, and since 2006, we've worked with small business owners and entrepreneurs across multiple industries with a focus on increasing sales. Each one of us also has at least 15 years of experience running a successful small business, so we've been in the trenches. We provide you with a set of automated tools that we've put together. And with your input, these tools scan your market, identify growth opportunities, and help you go hard after those opportunities. This translates into increased sales. You'll also get your own personal, experienced, and ultra-friendly advisor who guides you through the program, so it's not fully a do-it-yourself process, and you're always in great hands. And lastly, since we fully believe that no one knows your business better than you, we've built the program in a way that extracts and leverages your knowledge and expertise to ensure it's successful. But before we talk about growth, we find that increasing sales by finding high-paying customers is a lot like finding Waldo. When the global economy was booming, businesses were able to attract customers by having amazing products, services, and competitive prices. But in our current business environment, the business owners we meet often mention that having a set of great products and services at an amazing price is just often not enough. In fact, in today's environment, finding high-paying and returning customers that will refer their friends often feels like finding Waldo, here. These days, you're competing with companies halfway across the world via the web. Customers have become more sophisticated both in evaluating alternatives and demanding lower prices as they've got multiple options, and typically, as you know, the lowest price option wins. Businesses also have to keep up with new marketing channels which seem to pop up every day, from mobile marketing to social media and location-based advertising. And overall, the business environment is becoming increasingly crowded and noisy, and business owners we often meet are struggling either to grow their business or to maintain growth. So what's the solution? Well, let's see if we can help you find the most lucrative and high-paying customers. Now, you've all heard that having a target customer is the key to growing sales and building a sustainable business. But what if a business selects the wrong customer to focus on, or if the target customer doesn't drive high sales? The good news is that most of our clients come to us with an initial idea of where they can find growth, which typically focuses on a specific target customer group they feel has a lot of strong growth potential. Think of a business that wants to target millennials, or a business targeting only corporations, or a business targeting first-time homebuyers. While it's great that these owners have thought about where they can find growth, what we find is that once you start going after these types of customers, it's still a challenge to find growth. The reason is that often this type of approach is still too broad. For example, targeting millennials or baby boomers, which for some reason everyone wants to do, might work, But within that group, you have a vast population with different behaviors and needs, and using a one-size-fits-all sales and marketing approach won't drive high return on investment or dramatically increase sales. So how do you find the most lucrative and highest paying customers to help get more sales? In the next couple of slides, I'm going to share with you our unique methodology and a set of tools which were previously only available to large international enterprises, including Fortune 500 companies who could afford access to this knowledge. We've now customized the approach to make sure it works for smaller businesses, and for the first time, literally with the click of a button, you can find true growth. The approach is quite simple really, but so sophisticated that it's the real secret of the Fortune 500 companies. I'll give you a broad picture. First, you build a market map that contains all your customer groups. Then you prioritize the customer group where there's real growth opportunity and not a lot of competition. Now that you've found the most lucrative growth areas, you can dig deeper into the buying psychology of these customers to ensure that you can build the right content to trigger a sale. Lastly, you use only your highest converting marketing channels to spread your content, messaging, and promotional activities. While the process is quite intuitive, to apply it properly used to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars and took a team of PhDs and MBAs at least 6 months to do. You can see how smaller businesses had a hard time accessing this expertise. We didn't like that, so we flipped things on their head and automated the entire process with proven tools you can rely on. It typically takes our clients about a week to map and prioritize their customer groups, and then another week uncovering the psychology of these customers and building the right content to trigger a sale. The last week of the program is used to build your business's growth plan and select the best channels with which to deploy them. What's amazing is that our clients invest about 30 minutes a day completing these steps, and often do it over lunch. In case you were wondering, this approach doesn't depend on the size of your business, whether you're selling to customers or other businesses, whether you're in retail, manufacturing, wholesale, or distribution. The process of identifying high-growth customer groups is the same. Now, while I won't have time to show you all the tools we built, I did want to take you through a few of these automated tools. We can do this together, step by step, and do feel free to pause the video at any point if you feel you need more time to explore some of these tools. Once you get started with the program, you'll be supported all the way through. So let's go back for a second. The first step to increasing sales is to map out all your customer groups. But before you map your market, you need to select the right customer attributes, which are things that influence your customers' buying behavior. Our tools come preloaded with about 25 specific attributes, which you can see here. They change if your business is selling to consumers or selling to other businesses. The first step is to select which one of these you think will influence your customers' buying behavior. For example, if you're a real estate agent, an attribute like marital status might be important because single people will have different buying behaviors and consider different things than married couples with children. Single people might not care about how close the property is to a school, but this is critical for a family with young children. The key is that this is not a cookie-cutter approach, and every business is different, so our clients, together with the help of their friendly advisor, select different attributes for their unique business. But to show you the superpower of our tools, we'll need to select a few of these. So let's say you decide that attributes like gender, age, marital status, and the different needs of your customer are important. You can click these off. And once selected, our tool will ask you to provide more details about these attributes. So you see the 4 attributes that we've selected here. Now let's say that you decide that you've got 3 main age groups that buy differently from your business and might require different approaches to attract and convert these prospects. You can add this breakdown here, and now you've got 3 discrete age groups. You can also add gender, marital status, and different customer needs as well. Again, every business is different, but let's continue working through this example so you get a sense of how the tool can help you find where there's sustainable growth. Once you've filled these in, literally with a click of a button, you'll get the following market map. You see that attributes like age, which you've subdivided into 3 age ranges, are mapped together with gender, marital status, and the different needs of your clients. These key attributes are mapped against each other, and you can actually create 13 unique customer groups that make up your market. You can clearly see how customer group, like luxury women, will require a different sales and marketing approach versus a customer group like healthy dads. While this is just an example, and your business will have a completely different market map, having this mapped out for your business is a huge step forward and strategically puts you ahead of the competition. In one spot, you can see all your current potential customers. Our clients often uncover new customer groups that they've never previously explored. Our tools let you prioritize your customer groups based on 5 key factors, like how many competitors are trying to go after these customers, size and growth rate of the customer group, its profitability, and whether your business has the right resources and products to attract them. This process often takes 30 minutes to do, and the first step is to add your customer groups. After this, you can go through each of the 5 factors and put in an H for high or an L for low for each of these customer groups. This is where your experience comes into play. But don't worry, we will also show you how to select whether each of these factors is either an H or an L. Now that you've rated each of these customer groups, our tool crunches all the info and tries to find the highest growth opportunities. It spits out something we call a prioritization matrix, which is a fancy way of describing the 4 boxes you see in front of you. The x-axis describes growth opportunity, which measures how attractive the customers are. To the right of the vertical line are customer groups that are very attractive, while to the left of it are less attractive ones. On the y-axis you see ability to win, which describes whether your business can effectively serve these customers. So, above the horizontal line are customer groups you can easily serve, while below the line are customer groups that you can't serve today. To continue with our previous example, you see that in the top right box there's a big bubble, which represents the priority growth customers. The automated tool suggested that the health-conscious young mother customer group has a strong growth potential and can be effectively served with your business's products and resources. Also, have a look at the bottom right box where you see 2 bubbles corresponding to luxury men and women customer group. While these customers are very attractive and lucrative, your business can't serve them today, so they're below the horizontal line. However, this gives you a midterm plan on where to focus and recommends future direction for your business. This tool also suggests customer groups you might want to deprioritize as they're less attractive than other customer groups, and you can't serve them well today, so why chase after them with your limited advertising resources? Sometimes our clients find that the customers that they're currently trying to attract are some of the least lucrative customer groups. That's when they give us a big hug. Our clients also typically uncover 3 high growth areas to focus on. The prioritization matrix and market map arm you with powerful information. We've got a tool called the Customer Map, which summarizes key triggers to help attract and convert these customers. We provide our clients with 10 very targeted questions that they can ask friendly customers, which help to uncover deep insights into how to trigger a purchase. So we hope you're not shy. But most importantly, to drive more sales, your business needs to either reinforce or overcome certain customer behaviors, which we call drivers and barriers. The drivers are factors that motivate your customers to buy, and the barriers prevent your customers from buying. So if you reinforce the drivers, you'll get more sales. And if you overcome the barriers, you'll get more sales. To continue with our example, let's say you're selling sneakers to young mothers. You can uncover that a key driver for buying these sneakers is getting back into shape after having a kid, to feel energetic, attractive, and to feel like they're being healthy. You might also discover that these mothers might not buy a new pair of sneakers because they think that their old sneakers are still useful, and that they might not be aware of the damage caused by working out in worn shoes. So our tools will uncover the key drivers and barriers, and the next step is to use this knowledge to increase sales. You do this by transforming the drivers and barriers into creative sales and marketing programs. This is where strategy meets tactics. This is often the most enjoyable time for both our clients and our advisors, since we get to brainstorm creative ideas to pilot. From our previous example, let's look at the low awareness that old sneakers impact posture and health barrier. To overcome this barrier, you could reinforce that foot health is important and has an impact on overall health. So you could think about developing a campaign called Foot Health, Don't Tiptoe Around Its Importance, and send targeted newsletters, emails, and write blog posts promoting the subject. You could also invite folks for an in-store diagnostic, where prospects could bring in their old sneakers and get them assessed so that it can help them decide whether they want to buy a newer shoe catered to their workout. Now, one of the common challenges we've heard from entrepreneurs is that it's so hard to predict how effective their advertising is and how many sales they can expect from each of their advertising efforts. So, meeting the challenge, we spent about 6 months building a predictive tool based on a ton of industry research and customer interviews, which estimates how many sales will result from different types of advertising. This tool allows for better planning, budgeting, and assessing the overall health of your strategic approach. For example, let's say you plan to send out 2,500 emails in January. Our tool predicts this will drive 8 sales and will ask you for the average value of your typical sale. after which it'll predict the value of the sales you can expect from this effort. The neat thing is you can also add the cost of your advertising campaign, and the tool will display the return on investment so you can see which advertising efforts will bring the most ROI and which ones you might want to think about changing. You can download the free tool in our Growth Tools section to play around with. It has over 20 advertising channels you can select from, and that's the overall process. Oh, and before I forget, we've asked some clients to record their experiences and results with this process, which you can find under the testimonial section of our website. So to summarize our thinking, and because we love fishing here at My Growth Advisor, I want you to think for a second that increasing sales is like going on a fishing trip, where the fish are your customers. I know it's simplistic, but bear with me, and apologies in advance to all you vegans out there. But trying to go after every growth opportunity, advertising to everyone, and increasing reach is like casting your line where there are multiple fish of various sizes, and some might even be hungry. The bait you're using is price, products, and promotions, which some of these fish might find interesting. You don't know. Oh, and you're also sharing the boat with your competitors, who are often very noisy and fish in the same waters with similar bait. Our approach is different. Now you're fishing at a specific time of day when the fish are hungriest, and you've found an area with slightly less fish because you've prioritized a few growth opportunities. But these fish are much bigger and hungrier, and they love the bait you're using. You're also not sharing the boat with your noisy competitors who are off somewhere trying to catch the small fish. In fact, even if your competitors were to fish in the same waters, the bait you're using is far more attractive and effective than theirs. So to drive the point home, imagine I told you that every time you cast your line into the water, it costs you $100, similar to what you're doing when you're advertising. Which of these scenarios would you rather fish in? So how do you get started building a sustainable, fast-growing business and increase sales immediately? Today, I invite you to explore our site and check out some of the tools. Speak with one of our advisors to brainstorm some ideas and assess if you think the program's a good fit for you. If you decide to join us, it'll take about 3 weeks to complete the program with an investment of roughly 30 minutes a day. We've designed our automated tools for small business owners, which in our experience are the busiest, hardest working, and most no-nonsense people in the world. Of course, you'll have your personal growth advisor throughout your entire growth journey. When you've completed the program, we don't advocate for you to fully stop doing what you're doing and make an immediate switch in your strategy. Rather, you can easily add this approach to your current business, test it, tweak it, optimize it. You'll see for yourself how investing your time and resources on high growth areas is driving more bang for your buck, and our clients slowly start to reposition their sales and marketing dollars to these growth areas. Over time, you can focus on additional growth opportunities which you've identified and start building a portfolio of high growth areas for your business to focus on, away from the price pressures of competitors. Our clients typically see immediate results in less than 3 months of launching the program. And I believe this brings us to the end of our video. On behalf of myself and the My Growth Advisor team, we hope you found today's session useful. And if you have any questions, drop them in our blog below or shoot us an email. We promise to get back to you in 24 hours. We'd also like to invite you to explore our site. You can find some of the tools we discussed today freely available in the Growth Tools section. You can also download our app, which has informative strategy podcasts, and continue to check out our blog, especially our strategy quiz, to find out about your current business strategy. Now, because we've only got a team of 7 advisors with limited bandwidth, we've added a confidential application form for the program to ensure that we only work with a select number of businesses at any time, and that our limited bandwidth is fully dedicated to their success. So if you think this is an approach you might be interested in, check out the short application form in our pricing section and apply. We're definitely excited to grow your business and make you even more successful than you already are. Thanks again for your time, and we wish you and your business tremendous and sustainable growth.